Hi folks, I am coming today with a video response, well, kind of a video response. I want to share with you a few things that I created and altered for a swap with a gal here on YouTube named Victoria Bunn. I will link her channel below. She had reached out and asked if I'd do a swap, and I said, oh my gosh, yes, but I don't do pocket letters and I don't do flip books. I can do mini albums and cards and all kinds of altered projects. I just am not a pocket letter, flip book kind of gal. I have made a flip book, but I don't know. It's just not my thing. I'd rather just send goodies, I guess, and a card, and a pretty card. So I was really excited because she really likes my shabby chic stuff, so I was really excited to be able to alter a few things and do a few things for her. And I actually created, these things are my firsts, to be honest with you. I have created a lot of shabby chic things, but these were my firsts. So I will start with this first. I created my first ever doily cupcake book, I guess is what they call them. I was really excited to make it, but I didn't want to use the Victorian ladies on fabric like everybody was using. I wanted to do something spring and pretty and more just summery. And so I had made a bunch of sachets with this fabric with birds, butterflies, and flowers. And so I used some of the fabric from that to create the doily book. I used 3.5, 4-inch doilies, but you can see the layers, but I just rounded each one with lace, and then extra lace, the fabric. I used some stickles on the fabric, and then I used these flat back pieces here, and then I attached it with some dangle, and then a butterfly applique. And I bound it together through the doilies and the lace with some tooling, some really fine, soft pink tooling with bling in it. So that was the first page, and then these are the second two pages. This one I really liked. I had a necklace that was these pearl dangles, and these are actually little fabric flowers, but I really liked this lace trim. It's double, so it's white and pink and white. So I had a lot of fun because I wanted to create more dangle. And of course, each butterfly I used flower stamens for their antennas, because I'll tell you, fussy cutting out the antennas on fabric was not easy, so I just bagged it and used stamens instead. This page is probably one of my favorites. I had some of this beautiful opalescent pearl trim, and I love this bird image and these daisy appliques that were so pretty. So doily, lace, and then I used an outer doily to border it with, and then some of this pearl trim, so it dangled just a little bit, and then the bird, of course, I stickled. And we go to these two pages, and on this one I used some bridal lace trim and some pearls that I dangled underneath, and some flat back pearls. And then I love this bow. Jeannie Louise gave me this bow, and I wanted you to see that bow. Oh good, I zoomed in, now you can actually see. Again, stamens for the antennas, and then this itty bitty baby pearl trim. It's really pretty. And this is my bling bling page. I used some bridal lace, but because it was straight, I just cut out each piece and layered it around, because this is the biggest butterfly I had, and I actually had to use 2 of this one because I ran out of butterfly patterns, but I liked this one a lot. So I actually used bling and stickled a little bit here and there, and again, stamens. And then I used the center of this doily behind her, so super pretty, right? And then this page is like my party butterfly page. I really liked this. I had this sequin trim that was really pretty, and this beautiful resin, or this rhinestone piece, and I just wanted to give it some sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. And then here's the last piece. This is the smallest and teeniest seam binding I've ever seen. It was gifted to me, and of course it was just enough to do one big shabby bow. Well, not very big, just itty bitty bow. So I used some bridal appliques here, some pearls. See that same butterfly, but that was on the other side, but I used some of this dangle trim lace as well, and then some rhinestone dangles down here too, if you guys can see those. So this is my little lace doily book. That's what the back looks like. These were the doilies that I used to create the book. It's pretty thick, but it's really pretty, and you can see all the layers and the pretty goodies. So that's the first thing I created, first one I've ever made as well. Then I took one of my cigar boxes and I altered that, and first time I've ever Mod Podged or decoupaged, so I did do that. I used this paper here. I did show this before I added anything to it, but I did do that music note paper, and I used a lot of lace and trims. So I used this trim and then pearls, and then this little dangle trim. I did create feet right here. I did wooden feet. I was going to use the Tim Holtz feet, but it made the box way too tall, so I didn't like that. Then on the top, I actually used, and you won't be able to see it too well unless you get close, but there is a big, huge piece of bridal lace on the very base of it. Then I took some, I forget what that's called, that painter's stuff. Anyway, just to give it some texture, and I ink distressed it just to give it some color. I die cut out this beautiful ornate piece that I set down, and then I used the V. There was 2 charms with V on them, a big one and a small one, and I used the big one for the center of this. Or no, I'm sorry, this is the small one. This metal ornate piece I found at a tag sale, and it was all silver, so I ink distressed it, whitened it, shabbied it up, and added a little bit of pink to it, and then I sprayed acrylic sealer over it so it would stay. I used all these beautiful flowers and pearls. Look at this little guy. I did put a stick pin in here that can come out if she'd like to use it. But all these beautiful flowers and pearls and bridal appliques. And then there's another butterfly. But I love the bridal appliques peeking through. And some bling. And of course pearls and more lace. So then when you get into the inside of the box, of course I left the inside of the box plain because I really just wanted her to be able to add whatever she wanted to it. This is the other little thing that fell out. I'm not going to show you because I'm going to fill this box with goodies. And then I altered her a notebook so she can write things on the notebook and add them to the box, or just have like a little notebook in hand. I did attach one of these cool pens because, you know, it's got the pink bling on it. This was a craft. I did not do the inside, but this is one of those craft, plain craft paper folders, paper folders, or notebooks or whatever, that I went ahead and I just shabbied up. So I used the same paper, I used the same bridal. This is the same bridal stuff that you can't see necessarily on the box, but it is on the box. So I used that bridal lace, and then this trim on the bottom to dangle, and then this itty bitty dangle trim on the top. Another one of those big pieces of the bridal appliques, another butterfly. I used the bigger V charm here, which I rub and buffed silver, and then I used these bridal flowers, some fun fuzzy trim and eyelash trim, but I think this is a bridal eyelash trim. And then I used some more bridal appliques here just to give it some dimension. Then you open it up, and of course, like I said, it's just the notebook. But I created like a little pocket here, and I've added, you know, just a little bit of ephemera and some tags in there. And I put a flower on that piece. And then over here, the same thing. Just created a little side pocket and added a few pieces. So those are the 3 things that I altered for her. I am going to fill this box with some lace and goodies because she said she's very new to shabby chic, so I wanted to stock her up on some fun things that she can use to create all the goodies that she's been enjoying. So I just wanted to come and share that with you today so you can see that. And I'm sure by now she'll get her package, so she would already have her video up, maybe showing what I sent her and her take on it and all the goodies and stuff, but I wanted to show what I'm going to send. So thanks for coming, folks, and I hope you have a blessed day.